Hello, my name is Cade Smith, and I serve as an advisory member of the Kmind Advisory Board and also as Assistant Vice Chancellor for Community Engagement at the University of Mississippi. It's my pleasure to be with Kmind parents and families in looking forward to this wonderful holiday season. I want to express appreciation to be invited to make a few remarks. Dr. Shin has been someone who I've admired and collaborated with for many years, and it's just a great joy to see her good work in partnership with the teachers of Kmind as well as the families and parents and students of Kmind. So for my family, this is the time of year where we take a minute to reflect on the things and good fortune that we're thankful for, the people that have had a profound impact in our lives, and also to begin to look forward to the new year and think about what's possible and how do we want to prioritize ourselves in investing in an even better future. So in doing so, I would just like to acknowledge that for me, and it's probably true for you, and I think it's also true for your children, that I have been a tremendous, benefited tremendously from the investment of really three different types of folks in my life. And first and foremost, undoubtedly my parents. My parents are fortunately still alive, and we get to spend time together, and I get to learn from their wisdom and express my appreciation to them directly for their belief in me and their investment and hard work in me. And that's the same thing that's true for your children. The number one advocate and believer in their potential and their power, the person that's going to be the most persistent in supporting their learning and their growth and development, not only as a scholar but also as a community member and citizen, is you. So thank you. I'm so very thankful for the investment that my parents made in me, and I'm also thankful for your investment in your children. The second group of folks that I really benefited from in believing in me and investing in me are my educators. And so I've been a part of a formal educational system since I was 5 years old. There were teachers who undoubtedly saw something that was special in me and believed in me. And that belief was bigger than maybe my own lack of attention, my own fidgetiness, or also my own impatience and self-doubt. So those educators invested in me not only as an educator that built good habits of mind and good habits of thought, but as someone who helped shape the character and habits of practice and the way that I viewed other people, the respect that I brought into relationships, not only for people in positions of authority, but for every human being that I got to interact with, regardless of social class or economic status. So I'm thankful for those educators and those teachers. The third group of people are the coaches that believed in me. So I'm going to point over my shoulder so you can see I've got a football helmet in the background. I was involved in many extracurricular activities, including church life to some degree, but also the pursuit of athletics. And my coaches believed in me and invested in me and taught me, just like my parents and just like my teachers, to pursue excellence, to not be satisfied with mediocre, but to be willing to work hard and sacrifice the short-term comfort for something bigger than my own attention, my own individual success. And for me, that was really that team. So as a football player, I learned how to not only be a one-person process, but to be one member of a much broader team where all team members had to work together in a way that was interdependent so that we could achieve a goal that was bigger than us as individuals. And I think that's so very important. So if we think about the investment of parents, the investments of those formal educators, and the investments of these co-curricular group leaders, whether it's coaches or faith leaders, or maybe it's someone who's instructing our child on pursuing a broader interest in music or maybe even computer programming or some other endeavor. But those three facets of life really create an ecosystem or a mesosystem for student learning, student growth, and student development. And I just want to applaud you as a Kmind parent. It takes extra work. It takes extra attention. It takes extra money and family resources to prioritize not only your child's education in the current, but the future opportunities for your children and the future opportunities for communities and society as a whole. So I want to applaud you for that investment. I also want to encourage you to hold an open mind, but also know your values so that when you partner with your child's educator, when you partner with your child's youth group leader, when you partner with your child's coach, you're able to glean from their wisdom and from their knowledge of your child and their investment in your child, not only as an athlete or a musician, but also as a citizen, as a community member, as someone who is part of a community of learners and maybe a community of athletes or a community of leaders who are investing in something that's bigger than each of the individuals on that. So both your investment, your open-mindedness, and your willingness to partner through conflict, share ideas so that you can create an environment where your child has the opportunity to optimize their growth in learning, optimize their growth in character, as well as in leadership skills. So I want to close out, and in closing, I just want to express a sincere admiration for you. I know through my conversations with Dr. Chin that most of you are fairly recently immigrated to the United States, or maybe first or second generation families. And working in higher education for 30 years, I have so benefited from being in a community of learners that has a global diversity that transcends cultures. So I've also had the opportunity to witness a level of courageousness that I in fact know that I didn't have. I have such great admiration for people who have the courageousness to go to new settings, new countries, bringing the best of their cultures with them and believing in the opportunities that reside in the new countries where they're learning or working and raising their families. And that is, I don't want to be overly romantic, but I will tell you that's the type of courageous life that I admire, and that's the type of courageous life that I strive to live, even if I haven't lived it in an international setting by residing in a country other than my own country. And I also want to express not only an admiration, but a genuine appreciation, because this great country, and there's many great countries in this globe and many great cultures to draw from, but I think there's only one United States of America, and we're made up and made better because we're a country of immigrants. Not to exclude or ignore the native and indigenous people that resided here before the first immigrants came, but we need to remember that we're all made better because we all bring the best of us into this place in a belief that there's something special about this place, and there's a greater opportunity to achieve if we're willing to believe in a better tomorrow, if we're willing to invest in both the individual and the collective so that we can have opportunities to prosper and share that prosperity with fellow community members and citizens from all walks of life. So I may not be from a recent immigrant family. In fact, I'm not. At least 10 generations of residents in this place, but I have an incredible admiration, and I'm so thankful to be invited into spaces where those international perspectives can be the dominant perspective. So thank you. Thank you for your belief and your investment in your children. Thank you for your belief and investment in the Kmind community. And thank you for your belief and investments in the United States of America. I'm so very thankful to get to be a part of this journey with you, even if it's separated by a couple of thousands of miles. And I look forward to a day where hopefully we can be in community and maybe even sharing a Thanksgiving meal together as part of the Kmind community. So with that, thank you, and y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a most happy holiday season. Bye-bye.